Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at a really fast-moving situation in Ivory Coast.
That's right. We've got an early report, just initial information really,
hmm
about what looks like a coup.
Yeah, exactly. So our aim here is just to, make sense of these first moments based on what little we have.
And we should stress, this is very early information, limited perspective.
Definitely. So, okay, first point. The report says a successful coup. That word successful is pretty stark right off the bat.
It is. It implies the immediate objective, seizing power, has apparently been achieved. Force has been effective, it seems.
And tied into that force, the report mentions the death of the president. It specifically calls him the French-installed president.
That phrasing. It definitely catches your eye, doesn't it?
It really does. It suggests maybe some deeper context or resentment playing into this.
Could be. It points towards that history of external influence, which might be, well, a key part of the whole picture here.
And then there's the sheer speed and violence of it all. Over 33 people killed in just 2 days.
Yeah, that's a shocking number so quickly. It paints a picture of intense fighting or maybe very brutal consolidation of power.
Right. Not a peaceful transition, clearly. What does that level of immediate bloodshed usually signal in these situations?
Well, it often means either strong resistance was met or perhaps the takeover itself was particularly aggressive from the start. Widespread chaos, maybe?
And happening alongside this violence, the report stresses a total communication blackout.
Yes. No internet, no TV, no media. Complete shutdown.
Okay, that feels huge. How does cutting off communication like that change the dynamic? What are the immediate dangers?
Oh, it's incredibly dangerous. I mean, first, nobody knows what's really going on. It's a perfect breeding ground for fear, for rumors.
Misinformation spreading like wildfire, I imagine.
Exactly. And it makes it almost impossible for anyone to, organize a peaceful response or even just get accurate news out or in. People are isolated.
So it just amplifies the chaos and the fear.
Precisely. And the report itself connects this directly to the risk of civil war. It says stability needs to be restored urgently, or that's where things could head.
That feels like an incredibly stark warning. Civil war. Why would that risk be so high, so quickly, based on these elements?
Well, you've got all the ingredients, haven't you? A violent overthrow, the leader is dead, and one linked to outside powers, which can be polarizing. Add in the high casualties right away, and then cut off all information flow.
It's a perfect storm, like you said.
It really is. Trust just evaporates. Nobody knows who's in charge, who to believe. Fear takes over. It's a recipe for further conflict, unfortunately.
So if we just sort of piece together this initial snapshot, we have Ivory Coast, a coup that's apparently succeeded, the president reportedly killed, dozens dead already, communications totally gone, and this immediate, explicit fear of it all sliding into civil war.
That sums up the grim picture painted by this early report, yes.
Yeah.
A moment of really intense crisis and uncertainty.
It's quite sobering. And it leaves us with a final thought for you listening. This situation, even with the limited details, really underscores how fragile things can be.
How quickly political order can break down.
Yeah. And the immediate human cost when that happens violently. Especially, and this is the chilling part maybe, when the lines of communication just go dead.
When you can't see, can't hear, can't speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What actually happens in that silence, in that darkness? It's something to really think about.